Welcome to the True Crime Cult. Enter at your own risk. Ha ha ha.
How's everyone doing today? I'm going to be going over some new information that I received as per the car. But let's get into our intro video first. Take it away, guys. That was an opening video that I felt needed to be played. I mean, everyone knows me as True Crime Cult. You know, some people know me as Robert on here, but I've been a juggalo for like 30 plus years. And not very many people know that about me. The only people that know that is like my close inner circle of friends and family. I I have a brother who's a juggalo, and I have a nephew that's a juggalo, but no one outside the family in our close circle of friends know that about us. I mean, I got a Hatchet Man tattoo on my right arm, and the words ICP in bubble letters. But I found out something very interesting yesterday about the 2017 Ford Fusion and the 2015 Hyundai Elantra. You put them next to each other, they're fucking identical looking. So it makes me wonder in that video, in that shot that the gas station attendant took of the car that she thought was an Elantra, it makes me wonder if it wasn't actually a Ford Fusion. Here, I'll show you what I mean. There's a 2017 Ford Fusion. Now look at the body stylings on it. Now here's the 2015 Hyundai Elantra. Don't those look like damn near identical? The Elantra, the Fusion, the Fusion, the Elantra. The only like tiny differences I can tell is the way the headlight is set up and the wedge going down the side, like right here. Because here's the headlights on the Elantra, and then here's the wedge right there. And if you go back and look at the Fusion, the headlights are almost the same, but not quite. And they still got that little wedge right there, but it's up higher because if you notice the wedge right, you know, there's a wedge right here along the Elantra. Isn't that scary, guys? How two cars can look identical almost. So it makes you wonder if suspect vehicle one, that what they were looking for, is not an Elantra. I'm wondering if it's a Ford Fusion. Yeah, that's like really fucking scary. But yeah, I kind of got emotional last night on my live, and I want to thank Jeff H. For coming on panel. We had a very good uh, conversation and dialect last night, and I asked him last night if he wanted to come on panel again tonight, and he said he would have to see, but he said anytime he catches me on live, he would try to do a panel with me because we had very in that panel last night we had very good chemistry. Yeah, I got to go back to it, guys. 2017 Ford Fusion, 2015 Hyundai Elantra. Those are damn near identical. I was at the grocery store yesterday, and a 2017 Ford Fusion pulled in next to me, and I just got to think. I got to thinking, and I was talking to the owner of the car, and I was like, "Oh, I'm like, what is this?" And she said it's a 2017 Ford Fusion, and I told her that I was a YouTube content creator and I was working on the Idaho court case, and she said, "You mean to tell me that case is still going on?" I'm like, yeah. I'm like, they're not going to have the trial until possibly the spring of 2025 or the summer of 2025. And she said, she said, how long ago were the murders? And I'm like, 14 months. And she goes, you mean to tell me that they couldn't convict that dude in 14 months? I'm like, well, there was an overwhelming evidence, and the defense attorneys are trying to go through it. I said one of it is 51 terabytes of data, and she goes, "Wow, that's a lot of data. 51 terabytes." I'm like, "Yeah," and she's like, "That's a lot," but she said, "Still, they had 14 months. Why couldn't they get a conviction on it?" I told her, I says, "Yeah, I don't know, but they're not going to trial till next year." And she said that she would check out my channel. I gave her my name and everything, and she looked me up and said she would watch a video later last night, and then she would hit the subscribe button, which she did. She watched the video, and then I have like a little thing through Stream Elements that tells me who subscribed and who become a member, and she subscribed to my channel. But it just goes to show you how very complex this case is. Even with even with the cars, because how do we know? Honestly, how do we know that the gas station attendant that night didn't get the car wrong? Because in the pictures she took, that doesn't look like an Elantra. It looks like a Ford Fusion. Yeah, there's the Elantra. That car in that picture doesn't look like that. It really doesn't. It does not look like that. It looks like that. But this whole case is suspicious. It really is. Now, let's take a look at something. I'm sorry, I got to go back to the early morning hours because this timeline just does not add up with being 4 a.m. I know I've already.
Yes, that's right. The $6,400 health subsidies are real. Under this program, everybody who makes less than $50,000 a year should be eligible to get these subsidies credited in a few days.
This 2-minute call.
It's very different. It's a very different.
I know I've already went over this video and dissected it, but yeah, I feel like I need to go over it again because the timeline in this case is not adding up, guys. It really is not adding up.
Different. 2 a.m. is a dark hour. I can tell you that. We're all.
They did officially update the timeline to reflect Kaylee and Maddie getting home at 1:56 a.m. I've been pushing that from the very beginning.
I will say the one lingering frustration I have is the timeline. I know it's semantics, but my sisters got home at 1:56. It wasn't 1:45. I know it might not seem significant, but when we're looking for camera, when we're looking for dash footage, when we're looking for any of those things, I do feel that it is valuable, and they did get home at 1:56. It was not 1:45.
Right.
I found neighbors' Ring camera footage so that I can verify that the Uber driver took her home.
these parties, whether the kids were drinking or the college students were smoking pot or whatever. They're not going to get in trouble, police say. They just want the information about where Xana and Ethan were.
2 a.m. is a dark hour, I can tell you that.
I'd like to know what Ethan's mom meant by 2 a.m. is a dark hour. I'd like to know that. Can someone tell me down in the comments or the live chat?
I was able to get a pretty good timeline on Kaylee and Maddie the night of, from about 10:15 until shortly before 3 a.m.
Olivia Gonzalez says she discovered at least 6 calls from her sister Kaylee's phone between 2:26 and 2:52 made to a boyfriend in the early morning of November 13th.
Hey guys, Moscow PD. Come over here, talk to me. Moscow PD. Hey, is that beer?
What's up?
Is that beer in your hand?
Yeah, I'm 21.
You got your ID on you?
I don't.
Okay.
I'll take it back to my apartment if you need.
Okay.
Sorry.
Huh? No, they just took off. I told them to stop it. I'm not going to push it.
Hey, Moscow, please.
Yeah, you got your ID on you?
I don't.
Okay. I'm going to grab your info just because you got beer and you're walking around with it.
No, it's closed.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I live like right there. I'll take it back if you need.
No, we're just doing alcohol enforcement and running around with beer across the street.
Sorry about that.
You're good. Yeah, let's wait till dispatch comes back and says you're good. No worries. You guys taking off on me?
I didn't hear you. Yeah, we thought you were talking.
You all three turned around and I pointed my flashlight and you said, hey, come here. You guys all turned around and walked away.
I thought it was just like a fake person. Yeah, like
How many fake people are out here that you've experienced?
Something trying to flex us.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, got it.
How's your night going?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Trying to stay warm.
Is that y'all's car right there?
Yeah.
Undercover.
Well, just trying to save gas. They downgraded us from patrol cars.
Gotcha.
They gave us hybrids to save on fuel.
There you go.
You guys over at which department did y'all come from?
I don't know. I was at a friend's house.
I couldn't tell you the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the person hosting the party?
Some guy named Matt, I think.
Okay. $59.77. Are you gonna be issuing? Copy. I'll bring him over and write out one myself. All right, guys, come on over here. All right, if you guys all want to stand somewhere in this area, don't run off on me. None of you guys are 21. It's one thing to drink in an apartment where no one can see you. It's another thing for us to drive by and see you guys absolutely stumbling down the roadway. Okay, so likely what's going to happen, because you're all underage. What grade are you guys in? What year are you?
Freshman.
You guys are all freshmen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Police blotters and call logs are public record. Anybody can see them, and rightly so, because taxpayers pay for that work product. And now some eagle-eyed followers of the Idaho quadruple murder case have picked up on one particular item from the police on the night that the 4 college kids were murdered. In fact, the incident in question happened at almost exactly the same time as the killings. I'm going to read to you what the police blotter actually says. Quote, there was an alcohol offense reported at 3:01 a.m. on November 13th, and that's the last night the kids were alive. The location, a field on Taylor Avenue. You can see it there.
Sorry, guys. I know it's cold. Like I said, it's one thing to drink inside, I'm sure. I mean, we've all been to college. We've all been there. But it's another thing to be very publicly intoxicated and kind of bring this conversation on you. So that being said, not the end of the world.
Where did that third kid go? 1 minute he was there, the next minute he wasn't.
So just an infraction, not a criminal charge, nothing like that. So yeah.
Definitely less than you.
Yeah. Just wait till you're 21, or be smart about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I didn't drink in college. I did, but I can go staggering around the middle of the roadway, afterwards. Not saying you're a bad person or anything, but there's a way to do it, obviously, and there's a way to do it not, obviously.
At 3:12 a.m., body camera video picks up what appears to be 4 people running under a street lamp in the background.
Have a safe rest of your night, man. Moscow 77.
I think I'm losing my mind. I need to understand what happened.
It's very confusing when you're looking at the body camera video, so hopefully we can give you some perspective. This is Band Field. This is where the alcohol call came in. The young men were here in the field when the police first showed up. That is the Sigma Chi fraternity house right there. So the police walked those young men across the street. This is Taylor Avenue, right to this spot right here. I was able to identify it because of the fire extinguisher. And they were standing in this spot, the young men, and the body camera video was pointed this way. And it is over my shoulder where you could see very faintly what looked like several people walking fast or almost running by in the background. And I want to walk you over, Ashley, and give you a little more perspective. It was somewhere in this area right here. And we can tell because we analyzed these lights of this little apartment building. It was somewhere right in this area. There's another big apartment building here. The question you might be having is, how close is this to the house where the murders happened? Mo is going to point in that direction. Our producer is up there. She's going to flash a flashlight, Ashley. You see that flashlight flashing right there? That is right in front of the house where the murders happened. It's that close, and it appears, again, it's so hard to see it in that body camera video, but when we zoom in, it does appear that the figures are walking / running from the direction of where the house is where the murders happened. At first, I thought they were just walking down Taylor Avenue, but when I got out here and really looked at everything, it appears they might actually be coming somewhat from the direction of the house.
And then just point to what direction they're headed. From what I'm looking at you straight on, just point the direction they were headed.
Okay, let me show you again. So up there on the hill, that's where the flashlight is flashing. That is where the house is, where the murders happened. It appears they were coming from that direction, and that they were going this way, back towards Bandfield, back towards the Sigma Chi house, where the police were.
All right.
And we'll walk you back, Ashley. And I've been telling you the last couple of days, there's it's a dense area. You know, when you just look at the shot of the house, you don't realize that all of these houses and apartment buildings are around. This is like a little walkway that the students use to get down to the frat houses. And then this is a little road right here, Ashley. And you see here is the house. This is the house where the murders happened.
I had no idea. Wow. I mean, short walk, that's like 55 seconds. I mean, they could have gotten home so quickly from that frat house. I had no idea it was that close, Brian. That's remarkable.
Very close.
Through our tips, through our leads, some of the evidence that came in, we start to identify patterns.
Police now revealing they're going through 22,000 cars that match the search criteria of the one they're looking for, a 2011 to 2013 white Hyundai Elantra, like this. The car resembling this grainy image they're now investigating, captured on a gas station security cam, taken around 3:45 the morning of the murders. Employees at that gas station telling ABC News they told investigators the car took this route, heading in the direction of the victim's home, but they don't know where it went once it left the camera's view. Officers believe the occupants of the Elantra they're searching for have information critical to the investigation and are pleading to the public for help.
If we get the word out there, hey, maybe your neighbor has one in the garage that they don't drive very often. Maybe there's one that's just not on the registration database. Let us know.
We have looked at massive amounts of video footage, especially in the critical camera areas. And we've looked at the 24 hours prior to and 24 hours after of those. And now we're extending that out even further to other cameras and other time
Yeah,
frames.
I don't trust that,
We
dude.
take the totality of the situation. situation. We try to make the best bit of information we can with everything that comes in, and then we make our decision off of that. So at this time, I'm not going to expand upon that. But like I've said, we do have a suspect out somewhere, and we are looking for that individual to solve this. We try to take that information. We try to make the best educated decision we can. We review that as a team with our detectives, along with our prosecutors, along with the university, and we try to make that best decision on that.
Moscow police, come back here. Hey, is that beer? Is that beer in your hand?
I want to give a shout out to True Crime Design for that amazing video. I also want to give a shout out to Once Upon a Crime Time, Tommy Jude. He is an amazing content creator, and so is Pia over at Strange Suspicion. You know, I was blessed to be on her panel, you know, this past Monday, even though it was short because my audio kept messing up. But you know, I thank both of them for their support to me and my channel. This is going to be a short video today. I got to go pick up my little brother and take him somewhere. All right, you guys have an amazing day. And thanks again to Jeff H. for coming on panel last night. Him and I had a great discussion. It went over again. It went over, instead of 5 hours, it went to almost 4 hours. But he had a lot of, good topics to discuss last night, and I thank him for coming on panel. And we're going to try to do it again tonight, if he's not too tired. All right, you guys have a good day and peace. Let's go to my outro video.
HitPaw Video Enhancer is an AI video quality enhancer. You can easily convert low-resolution videos to high-resolution.
Thank you for tuning in to the True Crime Cult. On your way out, please hit that like button, subscribe button, and make sure you get this out. And like always, check under your bed, because you never know which boogeyman will be reaching for you next. Ha 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 ha.